Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadamtikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakkamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Shri Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kamta Radha Kamta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaye Vachapatitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Isvaraga Paramaha Krishna Satchidananda Vigraga Anadi Radhir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam Om Tat Sat Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge which is purest and topmost knowledge, Pavitram Uttamam. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita studying about how to attain the Supreme Person. So that's what attaining the Supreme. Krishna is teaching us because Arjuna is asking the question about how to know him at the time of death. It's a very important question. How to know you at the time of death. Prayanaka. So everything taught in Bhagavad Gita is completely practical. So that means everyone has to practice it. Practical means we have to practice it. So that's very important. So if you practice it, means if you follow it, if you follow this Bhagavad Gita, each and every individual soul, by going through the experiments, the instructions given in this Bhagavad Gita, by following it, we will be able to purify ourselves and get rid of this material bondage. Get rid of this material world. It's very important for us to make use of this knowledge and to understand this Bhagavad Gita and then follow it fully every day, every moment. So then only we can free ourselves from this bondage. Krishna is ready to help us. Krishna is always waiting to help us. And the moment we start putting efforts, we show interest, then Krishna will show us the ways, gives us the opportunities to free ourselves from this material bodies. That we need to understand. Krishna is not sitting idle. Krishna is creating opportunities. For example, we are studying this Bhagavad Gita, and we are studying for a very long time, for many years, several years, and we are planning to study continuously. And we also, I'm sure, by Krishna's mercy, will study Srimad Bhagavatam and at least the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, where Krishna's pastimes. So that interest, wish is there. That's going to happen. We are going to enjoy studying about Krishna's wonderful pastimes. So, but Krishna is creating this opportunity for us. Krishna has created this opportunity for us. Now, we have to make use of it. That means we have to make sure that we will continue to grow in this effort. That's very important. So that means committing ourselves studying this Bhagavad Gita, which we are all doing it, no doubt about it, because we are enjoying. Because at this point of time, when we study this Bhagavad Gita, the King of Knowledge, the Song of God, we are very happy. We have no worries now. And over a period of time, by completely surrendering ourselves to Krishna, means by following his instructions fully, this Bhagavad Gita. So we are going to lose interest in this materialistic activities, worldly affairs. We will lose interest. That will happen automatically. That's a very good thing to have, very good thing to happen. That doesn't mean that we will become beggars, which I have mentioned many times in the past. That means we will be very nicely taken care by Krishna. So we will get all the knowledge, skills, intelligence, talents, anything what we need to lead a good life. Because Krishna wants us not to suffer at all. Not at all. Sometimes people say that, oh, God is testing, Krishna is testing. That's why if some trouble comes, some suffering comes, it's God is testing. That is not correct at all. Why Krishna has to test us? He knows about us very well. He knows our intentions very well. He knows. He need a test to find out what we think or what we are going to do. It's absolutely wrong. If someone says that Krishna is testing, that's why we are struggling and suffering, and all such things, it's due to Krishna's test. No, not at all. In fact, Krishna says that if you are my devotee, then I am going to free you from all sinful reactions. No testing, nothing. Kaunteya pratijani name bhaktaka pranashyati. Son of Kunti declared it boldly that my devotee never perishes. That's what Krishna is saying. Machittaga sarva durgani matprasadat tarishasi. So, if anyone thinks about me all the time, by my mercy, all the obstacles are removed, gone. Then why Krishna has to test us? If we are suffering, if we are struggling, means we are still having this material bondage. That's it. If we think that we are suffering, if we think that we are struggling, it's all in our mind. If our mind is completely remembering Krishna, if our mind has completely given up all attachments in this material world, then it won't be disturbed at all. Our mind will not be disturbed at all. We need to achieve that kind of mind. Yatha dipo nivatasto nengate sopama smrita. Yogino yatha chittasya yunjato yogamatmana. Like a lamp in a windless place does not waver, so similarly, our mind, when it is fixed on Krishna, it will not waver. So yogino yatha chittasya yunjato yogamatmanaga. So that's what we are supposed to do. So that way, when our mind is focused only on Krishna, we are going to be happy. We are not going to struggle and suffer. So that means Krishna will not test us. There is no need for Krishna to test us. That means we are going to be we are going to have a peace of mind, like Prashanta Manasam. Prashanta Manasam Yenam Yoginam Sukham Uttamam. So we'll be able to enjoy superior happiness. Upaiti Santa Rajasam Brahma Bhutam Akalmasam. That's what Krishna is saying. So we will be completely freed from the mode of Rajoguna. That's what is needed in our life. We need to give up all the attachments. When we are ready, Krishna is ready. We need to give up. And that is going to be possible simply by studying this Bhagavad Gita. Simply by following Krishna's instructions, it is going to be possible. By doing everything the way Krishna wants us to do, that's what. Krishna knows. Krishna is seeing. Krishna is watching. So Upadrishta. Krishna is Upadrishta means I am watching. Krishna is Sakshi. Katirbhatta Prabhu Sakshi. Krishna is the witness. So he knows everything. He remembers everything. What all we are doing, not only what we are doing now, what we did in the past also Krishna remembers. Not only in the past means, not only in the past in this life, but in our past lives also Krishna remembers everything. Krishna knows everything. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjuna. Both you and me have taken many, many births in the past. Tani akam veda sarvani. I know all of them. Natvam veta parantapa. But you don't know anything. Parantapa, you don't know anything. I know all of them. That's what Krishna is saying. Tani aham veda sarvani natvam veta parantapa. So that means Krishna knows everything. So we have to know Krishna. That is what very important. Mamtu Veda na kaschana. That's what Krishna says. Vedagam samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mamtu Veda na kaschana. I know the past, I know the present, I know the future, but no one knows me. So we need to know Krishna. So we need to know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yomam evam asammodo jnanati purushottamam. That's what we need to know. We need to have the knowledge that Krishna is the Purushottama, jnanati purushottam. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan maam prapatyate vasudevam sarvamiti. We need to know that, have that knowledge. We need to possess that knowledge that is jnanavan. So what kind of knowledge? That Krishna is everything. Vasudevam sarvamiti. We need to have that knowledge. If we have that knowledge, if we know that Krishna is everything, then that means we know everything. That type of knowledge we are getting from this Bhagavad Gita. No one can confuse us. No one can say anything to confuse us that Krishna is not the Supreme and all. Nobody can change our faith. Because our faith is based on the complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. And our faith is based on the experimental evidence. So everything, whatever Krishna is teaching in this Bhagavad Gita, everything can be experimentally validated. Everything we can experience. We are already experiencing. We are experiencing the bliss. We are seeing Krishna's hands in our day-to-day activities. Krishna is already, we are able to feel Krishna is already helping us. Krishna is serving us. When things are happening the way what we want, that means Krishna is serving us. Like he did serve Arjuna. So like that, Krishna is serving us also. So we have to make use of this opportunity. That's what is very important. We need to fully, completely make use of this opportunity and make progress and continue to make progress and surrender unto Krishna and focus only on Krishna's name and Krishna's pastimes and Krishna's service, and our life should be fully, completely Krishna conscious. There should not be any room for materialistic desires. Apuryamanam achala pratistam samudram apa pravishanti yadvat tadvat kamayam pravisanti sarve shanti mapnoti nakama kami. So an ocean is being filled with water from all directions, but its level is always same. So similarly, our mind is bombarded with all kinds of desires from all directions, but our mind should not be disturbed. So once we practice our mind focusing only on Krishna, so then our mind is not going to be disturbed by anything. Our mind is not going to be affected by anything. We will be fully, completely, we will be attached only to Krishna only, not on anyone else, not on anything. That's going to happen. In this life itself, it is possible. In this life itself, we can conquer birth. We can conquer rebirth. So that's what Jitaga Sarga. Esam Samya Sitam Managa. Only when we are able to control our mind. So that way, we should not be thinking that I want this, I want that, this is mine, that is mine. No, only Krishna is ours. All other things, everything belongs to Krishna, and we have to surrender to Krishna and do everything for Krishna by Krishna's causeless mercy. Then we will be able to receive Krishna's mercy. So we will be able to receive this mercy. So that's what prasadam adhikachati. Prasadam adhikachati means one will be able to receive my mercy. That is possible only if we are freed from attachment and aversion in this world. Ragadvesa vimukta istu. If we have attachment and aversion, then we cannot receive Krishna's mercy. In order to receive Krishna's mercy, that prasadam, we need to free ourselves from attachment and aversion. Ragadvesa vimukta istu. Vishayan indriya ishcharan. Atma vasegi videyatma prasadam adhikachati. So that's what we need to do. We need to. So Krishna's causeless mercy, it is very much possible. We will be able to achieve Goloka. We will receive Krishna. We are receiving Krishna's mercy. That's why we are studying Bhagavad Gita. And we are on the way to Goloka. And we are getting all the knowledge needed to serve Krishna, to remember Krishna, to offer prasadam, to do everything for Krishna. We are getting the knowledge. And we have to make use of it. That's what it's already happening. So we have to slowly and steadily grow our strength and our interactions and make plans and act together and plan very well and chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and serve Krishna. Lot of things. Anything we want to do it for Krishna, it will happen. We are already seeing it. We are already seeing it. Whatever we want to do it for Krishna, it is going to happen. It's very hard to find devotees because when it is 1 in 1,000, so that's why we are struggling to find devotees to come like this and study Bhagavad Gita every day. So it's very hard to find devotees like that. Because there are so many, we are very unique team of devotees. We are focusing only on Bhagavad Gita. That's what is very important. So that means whatever Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita is everything for us. All other things are rest later if we have time, something like that. But Bhagavad Gita is very, very important for us. Studying Bhagavad Gita, understanding that we are doing. So that's why by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are successfully studying. We have finished 4 slokas in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So Arjuna's questions, Krishna answered all the questions except one question. That's what, starting from the 5th sloka, Krishna is going to answer. So in the sloka number 3, what we studied in the 8th chapter, Shri Bhagavan Vacha Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavo Dhyatmam Uchyate Bhuta Bhavo Bhavakaro Vishargaga Karma Samgitaga. So Krishna is answering Arjuna's question, Kim Tat Brahma, Aksharam Brahma, Paramam. So the indestructible, transcendental soul is Brahma. That's what Kim Tat Brahma. Kim Adhyatma, Swabhavo Adhyatma Muchyate. The Swabhava, its own nature. So the eternal nature, the own nature of the self, the soul, is called as Adhyatma. So Kim Tat Brahma, Kim Adhyatma, Kim Karma, Bhuta Bhavodbhavakaro Visargaha Karma Samyitaga. So when the material bodies are created, at that time karma is created along with that. So that's what Bhuta Bhavodbhavakaro Visargaha Karma Samyitaga. So that's what Krishna is answering Arjuna's questions. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the indestructible, transcendental living entity is called Brahman, and its eternal nature is called Adhyatma, the self. Action pertaining to the development of material bodies of the living entities is called karma, or fruitive activities. Then in the next sloka, Krishna is answering the other Adibhuta, Adideva, Adiyagna. Krishna is answering. So, Adibhutam Charo Bhavaga Purushashchadi Adi Purushashchadi Adidaivatam Purushascha Adidaivatam Purushascha Adidaivatam Adiyagnokam Vatra Dehe Dehe Bruthambara Adibhutam Ksharo Bhavagam. So the destructible, the changing, constantly changing body. So that's what Bhava. So the nature. So the constantly changing nature, which is the body, that is Adibhutam. So the physical manifestation. That's what is called Adibhutam. Purushashchadi Devatam. Purusha. That is the demigods. So they are Adideva. So Adidevatam. Adiyagnokam Yevatra Dege Dega Vrithambara. So I am Adiyagno, the Lord of sacrifice, seated in the bodies of the living beings. So that's what Krishna is saying, that Dege Dega Vrithambara. O best of the embodied beings, the physical nature, which is constantly changing, is called Adibhuta. The universal form of the Lord, which includes all the demigods, like those of the sun and moon, is called Adideva. And I, the Supreme Lord, represented as the super soul in the heart of every body, embodied being, am called Adiyagna, the Lord of sacrifice. So then we are studying the next sloka, very important sloka, which I have quoted many times in the past. Antakale chamameva Smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samsayaga antakalecha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. So at the time of death, if anyone remembers me, then Yaprayati sa madbhavam yati. So he attains my nature. Yaprayati sa madbhavam yati. Nastyatra samsega. There is no doubt in this. So that's what Krishna is saying. So we have to remember Krishna at the time of death. So then we can go to Krishna. There is no doubt in this. So antakalecha mameva smaran muktva kaleva. So we need to remember. So in order to remember Krishna at the time of death, we have to remember Krishna all the time. Then only we can remember Krishna at the time of death. If you remember Krishna in our entire life, then it is possible for us to remember Krishna at the time of death. It is not simply possible just to remember only Krishna at the time of death and now remember everything else. That is not going to be possible. Because our mind has to be practiced. Our mind is so much flickering. It is not in one place. Yato yato nischalati manas chanchalam astiram. So how is it going to remember Krishna suddenly at the time of death, which is flickering everywhere, going here and there, and astiram? It is chanchalam. It's flickering and unsteady. So we need to make our mind to focus on Krishna by constant practice. Then only we can remember Krishna at the time of death. When that happens, we are going to attain Krishna's nature. Of this, there is no doubt. Nasti atra samsega. That's what Krishna is saying. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, here Krishna is saying that, and whoever at the end of his life quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature of this, there is no doubt. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are progressing towards remembering Krishna at the time of death. Definitely it's going to happen, because now we are having so much of opportunities to remember Krishna every day, to study Bhagavad Gita, to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, to serve Krishna. So like that, we are getting so much of opportunities which we are making use of it. And this is definitely going to take us to Krishna. There is no doubt about it. So now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine. Umajnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gauravakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindavan Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, if any devotee has any question, you can use the raise hand option. Hare Krishna. Hema Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yeah, no more questions. Today it was quite easy to understand. So hopefully we'll be able to follow everything properly.
Exactly, Mataji. Krishna's mercy is there, we will be able to do no doubt.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Asha Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Pixel 2 XL. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Pixel 2 XL. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. So, this is Urmila Mataji?
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
I think, in the beginning, I could not concentrate that much on the chanting, but by the end, I didn't realize that it was over also. So maybe getting a little better.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. It's Krishna's mercy. We are continuing. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. R.K. Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Sangeeta Malhotra Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
The chanting is blissful, so blissful. Yes, so soothing, the soothing. Krishna se bada Krishna ka naam. Yes.
That is correct,
Yes, yes, it really, yes. And even your discourse is so beautiful, so beautiful. Feeling so blessed to be to listen to your lectures. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Subbalakshmi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Pranam Prabhuji. Sorry for the joining late.
No problem. You can follow through YouTube.
Yes, Prabhuji. Today Hare Krishna chanting is very nice, but we are going to Krishna's place. We thinking Krishna always, but he is Sarvantaryami. Wherever he goes, we helping for me.
Yes.
Whatever I get trouble, when I think Narayana or Krishna, whoever is Daivam Manusya Rupena, whatever he is coming, whenever he is coming, he is helping me so many troubles.
No doubt.
I know. Yes, Prabhu?
No doubt. Krishna will definitely help his devotees. He's helping his devotees.
Now till I am, whatever I thinking, whatever I trouble, I pray Krishna or Vishnu. He is coming, Manusya Rupena, he is coming and helping me.
Yes, ma'am.
I always bow his feet. Every time I am thinking Krishna name.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram. Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram.
Hare Krishna. Asha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for nice session.
Yes, Mataji.
By Krishna's mercy, we are getting this opportunity.
Yes, ma'am.
We are progressing well, Guruji.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. No doubt. Krishna's mercy, we are making good progress.
It's all about your efforts, Guruji. Your
Yes,
motivation leads us for our goal only for practice. Only with practice it's possible.
That is correct, ma'am. Only practice only makes us perfect, no doubt.
Yes, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna. Hare Ram.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Lalita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Sheila Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji, Krishna, mercy.
I could not join for 1 week. I was not in station.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
today only I joined.
you can follow our YouTube lectures, yes, Mataji.
Yeah. That I'm following, Guruji.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And also these slokas I'm also revising, so that way you will not miss anything. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Now we are in
And-
the 8th chapter. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Today it's a Shankar Jayanti, Guruji.
Very nice. Yes, Mataji. Every day Krishna only is Sankara. Rudranam
Sankara.
Sankarastasmi. Krishna is saying that of all the Rudras, I am Sankara. So, yes,
So
Mataji.
I adore him like anything. He is my role model. Like at the youngest
Yes.
age only, he could do so many. He could write so many, slokas and all.
Yes, ma'am.
Really, we should be proud of him.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Krishna gives all the things, everything. Everything is coming from Krishna.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sheila Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
The best part today I got it that Krishna never tests us.
That is
He
correct.
knows everything about us, so why should he test us?
Why he should test us? Yes. That is correct.
When we are in trouble, we always say that Krishna is testing us.
Yes, ma'am.
The best part is he never tests us.
Yes, ma'am.
The main point that I got
Yes.
felt by listening that.
Krishna always wants us to enjoy only. He wants us to be happy. Like no father wants the child to be in trouble, correct?
Guruji. Thank you,
Yes.
Guruji, for all your motivation and for all the lovely classes you are giving us, taking step by step closer to Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Krishna's mercy.
Thank
Mataji.
you, Guruji. Thank
Hare
you very
Krishna.
much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Something about Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the wonderful class.
Yes.
Guruji, I wanted to ask you a question that you mentioned that Krishna is not testing us, right?
Yeah.
You said. So when my kids are coming and asking me questions around like why are we not getting what we want or what we are trying to do, and so I'm just like, I just say that he's not testing you, and they said, is he testing us? So I tell them he's not testing you, but maybe he's helping you learn something which he thinks you need in the future.
Yeah, that
So-
can be possible. He gives the knowledge. He
Yeah.
makes a way. He makes us to learn the way. All those things. That is very much
Yeah.
true. But the suffering, we need to realize that this material world is full of suffering. So that is the knowledge. So that knowledge, if we have, for that reason, Krishna will make us to realize that this material world is a suffering. So that is no doubt about it. So Janma Mritu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam. That is the thing we need to understand that we are already suffering. Yes, bro.
Okay.
Krishna
Okay.
will give us the ways to learn all those things. But Krishna, what I meant was that there is no need to test and find us that we are
Correct.
true or not. That's what I meant.
Yes.
Very simple.
Yes. So I try to turn it is that he's not testing you. He's only helping you learn something.
Yeah.
So that it will help you in the
Tapa,
future.
there is the
So please
austerity.
learn
We go
something.
through the austerity.
Yeah.
Correct? He will put us through the austerities. Tapa.
Yeah. Tapa. Okay. So that is fine.
Yeah, that tapa
Okay.
is fine because we are doing that kind of hardships we go through because we want to please Krishna, correct? We don't feel that as a problem. That is the main thing.
Okay. Thank you,
That's why,
Guruji.
yes, Prabhu, like I remember reading a long time ago in Prabhupada's one of the books, he writes that, for example, when you are traveling very long distance or something like that, but it may be very troublesome and all those things, but the thinking that you are going to see your parents or your children or something like that, correct? So that makes you forget about all the other struggle what you are like the thing, correct? So like that here, whenever we are focused on going to Krishna, going to be with Krishna in Goloka, thinking about all the time, all these things are all not like trouble, Prabhu. That's what we will feel. That's what.
That is a very good example, Guruji. Thank you for that example.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. That is true. We have to just think that there is some goodness in whatever we are going through. Whether it is good or it is, we think at that point it is bad. But in the future, when we look back at it, then you'll think that, no, that was actually good only for us.
We are extremely fortunate. We have the knowledge. We know what is happening. So that's a very important thing.
That is a good point. So I'm trying to impart that to my children also when they come to me and say, what is going on? Why is we not getting there, or something's not working out? So I'm trying to help them look at it that way also. So, but thank you for the class, Guruji. Thank you for the explanation. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Brinda Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for all your encouragement. And it's nice to know that we are put through challenges actually on whenever. But those challenges bring out the best of us, because at that point of time, we have to the whole potentiality.
That is correct. Yes. As Dipesh Prabhu was telling that. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. So what frame of mind we are working at that point of time, whether we get dragged down to the material energy or we hold on to Krishna and work towards our spiritual energy. So this is what I understand, Guruji. But we need that awareness at that point of challenge, because Guruji, challenges make you, very, very emotional, intellect goes down. This is what I understand.
Krishna is helping us. Krishna is training us. That we have to put it in such a way that Krishna is training us. To remember him. Even to remember him, Krishna has to help us. That's the thing.
Yes, Guruji. Yesterday I met one devotee who, like you, is also preaching in somebody's house. He comes. So I told him that since Corona, I was doing the Bhagavad Gita class of yours. And he stays somewhere right opposite the temple at Juhu. Okay. And yes, his name is Adhok Saji or what, I don't remember. Yes. He's a young fellow, young devotee. And he was holding that class like you, preaching the Bhagavad Gita in that lady's house. So I told him, so he said I should send him the link of yours. So I will send him, Guruji, this class link.
Yes, madam. That would be nice.
So that's how I think, let me send it forward.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji, for the class. Today's class was very nice. And we are really learning. Every day is an eye-opener. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu, Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Really interesting lecture today also. In the beginning, you have said beautiful things about the Lord Krishna, that he is creating opportunities for us. He's always making opportunities for us. There is also the opportunity to detach from the worldly materialistic things. And that is the wonderful idea the Krishna is offering. That he's always on work for our betterment. Really, this is interesting. This is an interesting point. Lord Krishna is creating the opportunities which we not able to recognize. When we feel that you said that these are all this is the opportunity which we have got in the COVID times, and we are continuing this thing.
Yes.
And in the sloka also, in previous sloka also, beautiful things we said, even the Prayala Kale. If we are able to remember his name, and we will get the
Yes.
a better place in the heart and these things. And these things really will motivate us to remain in Krishna consciousness and to
No doubt.
also go look and listening again and again the talk of Lord Krishna for us. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. R.K. Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Sadar
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu.
Thank you for a nice class. I could join exactly at that time when when you started explaining the meaning of the shloka. It's a wonderful shloka, and it is true that a person can remember only those things which he had been doing throughout the life or the most part of his life. So it is very important to remember Krishna all the time, so that at the last moment of our life, we can recall the holy name, and that will trigger the window to open for the Goloka. So
Yes.
that is very nice learning, Guruji. Thank you very much for this wonderful class. So nice of you. So grateful to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Thank you for the class, Guruji.
Thank
And
you.
every day we are getting prepared for Goloka. So
Yes.
that is also with our chanting and with our daily remembrance of Krishna. And also, I think the experiences we undergo also are preparing us, the life experiences. So whether it is good or bad, if we are still able to remember Krishna through that, through whatever experiences which is happening, I think that is also another way of, I think all the experiences, good and bad, are a way of preparing us for Goloka.
But
right?
but Krishna knows Krishna knows that we are a devotee. So Krishna creates all good experiences only, which are needed to tune us, basically to shape us towards Goloka. So that's what is happening in all our life. Like that's why we are all dedicating to study this Bhagavad Gita at this time. See, when we do this for years, it's going to make a tremendous progress towards Krishna, towards Goloka, no doubt about it. The way what we are doing it, it's such a very unique opportunity and program what we are doing, because I doubt there are not so many such teams are doing like this. We are so it's just to feel ourselves very fortunate, actually, basically. So definitely Krishna is guiding us, no doubt, Mother. No, it's very,
yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for our everyday classes. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness always.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mohan and Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Pranam.
Thank you so much for the class, Guruji. It's really interesting. And in fact, we are also progressing slowly and steadily, and we will reach the goal. And thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Aruna Devi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class, Prabhuji. Today I learned by understanding Bhagavad Gita, we are losing attachment with the material world, Prabhuji.
Yes.
If we are suffering with, means we are bonding with material world.
Yes,
Krishna
yes,
is witness. He knows everything of past, present, and future our lives, Prabhuji. We do not know. We do not know everything, anything about us. Krishna is Purushottama and supreme power, so he can know everything about us. we need to know the knowledge. Krishna is everything with the help of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is serving and helping us if we are in that path, Prabhuji. When we focus our mind on Krishna, we will face free from all the material world and not world. Then we can receive Krishna's mercy. We understanding Bhagavad Gita, by understanding Bhagavad Gita, we are getting the knowledge how to worship Krishna, chanting Maha Mantra and serving Krishna, offering prasada and all these things, Prabhuji. Bhagavad Gita is very important and everything to us.
Exactly. That's it.
The physical nature of body is to changing. Krishna is supreme soul, resides in every soul, every hearts, everyone's heart.
Everyone's heart. That's the super.
By the time of death, if anyone remembers Krishna, goes to Krishna, definitely goes to Goloka, definitely, Prabhuji. For that,
yes,
we remember Krishna all entire life of our life, entire life. We can remember Krishna. We must remember Krishna. Then we can remember Krishna at our death time.
Yes.
We need to focus on Krishna all the time of our life, Prabhuji.
Yes, that's correct.
By Krishna's mercy, I am very proud to. I am very blissful to hear your lectures, Prabhuji. But
yes.
I don't know anything before. I am knowing everything by you, Prabhuji.
Very good. Very Krishna's mercy, we will understand you. We are going to
Only
enjoy.
Krishna helped me to see your advertisement and come to you,
Yes.
Prabhuji.
We will,
Hare Krishna.
we will enjoy. Yes,
I am very eager to hear your teachings daily, Prabhuji. Monday, it is very discomfort to me because there is no class. I feel something I forgot. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for the class.
There is so much for us to enjoy listening about Krishna. Not only Bhagavad Gita, even Krishna's pastimes, Bhagavatam, everything we'll enjoy, no doubt. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
And chanting is also very blissful, Prabhuji. At that time,
yes,
very vibrating feeling is there, Prabhuji.
That is correct. That's correct. I'm sure that also we will increase the number of rounds. We will definitely progress, no doubt.
Now
Hare
my
Krishna.
mind is becoming very clear. It is my about Krishna. I'm doing from some before 1.5 years. I am chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, but there is no clear way. It is now I am in right road. Right.
Yes, madam. Krishna's mercy is there, no doubt. That's why we will progress. Everything is mercy.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you.
Pranam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Palaniappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
Yes. So today, as everybody said, today's class also very interesting. And since you already told that Krishna is not testing us, actually, we are only thinking like that, as well as in this life itself, we have to try to reach.
That is correct. We have to try our level best.
That is another important thing which you. And very, very interesting thing is the one which sloka 3 in chapter 8:3, which is really very interesting. That is, Krishna himself is saying that he only taking birth everywhere, more or less. More or less, he himself, Krishna says that Brahma is a child taking birth is the Brahma himself.
No, that Brahman refers to our soul, Prabhu. The soul.
Yeah, our soul. Yes, you told me that is our soul. That when he himself says that is Brahma.
Yeah, that's correct.
That means he is more or less every child is Krishna only. He is staying in our heart throughout our life. That means only thing is till it engages with mother, I will say more or less for 15 months. I will put it 8 to 9 months, and then plus 6 months in the outside world. As long as up to 15 months, really the child is really a god. Everybody thinks like that way only.
Yes.
But after 15 months, olden days, we used to go to school after 5 years. At least up to 5 years, we can say child is a good thing. Whereas today, 1.5 years itself, we are sending the child.
Very hard, very difficult. Very difficult. We have to change it. We have to change it.
That is a very difficult. Materialistic world comes in the child's life in the 1.5 years itself. Instead of coming in the 5 years, it is 1.5 years. That's the worst thing we can say in our life today. That is because we are totally converting ourselves to materialistic world slowly at a very young age itself. That is the basic problem with us, today's world. So that is why I feel that 1 in 1,000 is more or less matching. It looks, that is the thing which I thought when I heard that slogan, because that is the thing. Then thank you, Guruji. Otherwise, no other questions. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vishnuvardhana Rao Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Namaste,
Namaste, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah, see this Palniappan Prabhu, whatever he explained, the childlike nature. That is why in a Guruvayurappan, he is in the child form, no? So, see, it is simply that you are not judgmental, you don't discriminate. You don't have much attachment. You don't have hero. You don't have villain. Even child, they will go to somebody, they don't judgmental, no. They will go to anybody. So that is what the nature, it was explained. So you get happiness during that phase.
Yes, bro.
Thank you, Guruji. Yeah, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sahu Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Daily, because of examinations, I am not available from 8 to 11.
Yes, Prabhu.
So
Yes,
that's
Prabhu.
it. We miss the classes
Yes,
mostly, and today I had no extension due. So that's why I'm free. That's why I joined. Secondly,
very nice.
discussions, and I missed this class. I think it is beyond that cost. Really, it is. We should not miss this class. It is really like Arjuna, Krishna, and only fittest candidate. Fittest is Jaisa Guru, Vaisa Sishya. Vaisa feel we should like Arjuna. We try to be Arjuna because Arjuna itself is the capable of a right kind of disciple, and because he has tested Vishwarupa only got only Sanjaya by the mercy of, by the grace of Vyasadeva, and also only Arjuna and nobody else. That is a great thing that we should be like our Guruji. You are like Krishna, and we should act like Arjuna. We have to be very dedicated. Whatever it may be, otherwise he cannot be true disciple. So really, by Gita class, attending this class, this knowledge is beyond expressions. Can't find words to express. So as much we should devote ourselves to Gita. This is the only means to achieve the transcendental knowledge, this knowledge, Jnana, Rasa, Vidya. So really, thank you Guruji, very, all the devotees, Palnya Prabhu, Mani Prabhu, and it's rightly explained, the child. We should be always child. We should behave like a child. We don't think that we are aging. We are just like a curious to know things, what is life, what is everything. So it is beyond expression. Thank you, Guruji. From daily, you are inculcating in your mind this vast knowledge, this spiritual knowledge. By you are daily, regular, you are purifying our soul, purifying our senses. Even nothing will, the Guru is always serious. Those who are serious teachers, dedicated teachers, they always think of the welfare of the disciple, the Sishya, or Mang, to develop how. So you must take much space for us to transform. Do you not been in this? What is the situation? I don't understand. I've been and nothing, total wasted life because of class. I am regularly, I can proud of self to be rather more enjoying life. What is life? I understand better, and I think I am to God. And because of you, the Guru can send us to the Golaka or the Haridham or everything, and because of this class, you transform us into a right being, perfect being. This is your whole energy, all potentialities you have spent for us. You have already used for us. So we are very proud, Guruji. Because of you, you are very happy. Otherwise, I would have been in a very dangerous condition. Would have been in trouble, and life would be worthless without this Gita Jnanam. This is Raja Vidya. From generation to generation, it has been handed. So thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Pranam, pranam. Satata naman.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan now.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.